Yeah, that was the moment Keegan Bradley won the 2025 Travelers Championship. Now the world's top golfers are back in Connecticut this week for one of the PGA Tour's premier events. While fans are focused on the competition on the course, the tournament also offers an opportunity to talk about the importance of heart health and preventing cardiac issues in active individuals. Joining us today to tell us more is Dr. Antonio Fernandez, Medical Director of Preventative Cardiology at Harvard Healthcare's Heart and Vascular Institute. Doctor, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Thank you for having me.
Of course. You know, so many sports going on right now. We've been talking a lot about the NBA championship, the Stanley Cup, the World Cup. Now we are talking all about Travelers right here in Connecticut. First, let's talk about the athletes' heart program that you guys have at Harvard Hospital, because this is really unique.
Yeah, we have a one-of-a-kind program here in Connecticut. We're very proud of it. It's really a multidisciplinary program. We offer not only access to sports cardiologists, but also to subspecialty consultations within cardiology, sometimes outside cardiology, advanced cardiac imaging, and a whole array of things here at Harvard Hospital.
Very interesting. Now, with the Travelers Championship bringing world-class golfers right here to our state, what cardiovascular demands does golf place on the body? Because, you know, a lot of people would look at the sport of golf and think it's relatively calm.
It is actually. It's probably one of the safest sports from the cardiovascular perspective. Has what we call low demand, so it has low dynamic and low static components. So for patients who have high-risk cardiovascular conditions, one of the safest things that they can do. So in general, it's a very gentle sport for the heart.
And why is heart health important for athletes of all ages, talking from very young to even the older athletes?
So the heart is the pump of the body, right? And so is the engine of the car, and so, if you will. So it's in charge of pumping blood and oxygen to all those muscles when you're exercising. So that's why it's important to take care of it.
Absolutely. What health lessons can everyday golfers, you know, not just the professional golfers and sports fans in general, take away from elite athletes competing at the Travelers Championship?
I think that athletes have a common denominator of having persistence, diligence to perform to a high level, but they also are very careful about rest and hydration and sleep when you're resting. So those are also important lessons to learn from them.
And I think sometimes that's easier said than done. I think especially, you know, for athletes, they are just going, trying to improve their game, improve their skills. When do we really need to listen to our body? Or I guess, when is our body telling us that we need to take a step back and rest?
Yeah, so every person is different, but we know that, you know, as you train, you start slow and you try to be consistent to avoid injury and also heart problems, right? So if you are more a regular exerciser, your cardiovascular fitness will improve progressively and you'll be less likely to have a cardiac issue long term, but also less likely to get injured.
Very well said. Thank you so much for your time, doctor.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Of course.